This is a Blend Extra. Check out this gourmet grilled cheese sandwich. It's like a caprese salad dressed up with savory ham and crusty bread. Chef Kate Luloff is with Jones Dairy Farm. This is a fun way, I would say, to use produce and herbs that we still might have in our home garden, right, Kate?
Yes, absolutely. So tomatoes are coming to the end of the season. A lot of people that plant late tomatoes still have them just about ready now. Before that first freeze comes, we're picking everything off the plants and bringing them in the house and letting them ripen. So yes, we're using tomatoes, basil. Also, so many people have done herb gardens, especially being home with COVID. So a lot of herbs, and I have basil. Of course, you can use. I mean, we put everything: rosemary, tarragon. I had everything in my herb garden this year, and it's so fun to just pull things out at the end. When they're ready to go. That whole process of growing something and being able to see it from start to finish is just really cool. So.
I love all these ingredients and this great pop of flavor. And I wondered too if you'd show us how it's assembled, because that's kind of the fun of this sandwich, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, as I mentioned with the herbs, you don't have to do this. I did this with this particular sandwich, but you don't have to. I made a compound butter or an herb butter. I just took some softened butter, put it in a bowl, and mixed it up with some chopped basil. And then I put some fresh chopped garlic and some sea salt. Mixed it all up, and then you can either use it right away, keep it in your fridge, or I like to roll it in parchment paper into like a log and then throw it in my freezer. You can pull it out and slice it off, use it on sandwiches, use it to melt over the top of steak, use it on veggies. It's really, really good. So any kind of leftover herbs that you have, that works wonderful for that.
So you're actually grilling it in that butter mixture?
Yeah, I am. So when I make grilled cheese, and I know you've seen me do this before, I never put the butter on the bottom piece of bread because I think it just gets way too messy. So I usually take a little bit of my butter, which we're going to do here, and I've got one already cooking so I can show you when it's done. Just melt that in the pan. That's going to be the butter that goes on the bottom piece of your bread. So we have our piece of bread.
Okay.
And then we've got our Jones breakfast ham slices. And again, they say breakfast ham slices. You absolutely don't have to use them for breakfast. I'm using 3. High protein, low fat. This is a great item. You can use it on sandwiches. It's fully cooked. You can eat it right out of the package. So great if you're doing, like you said, paleo, keto, any of those diets that are higher protein, lower fat. This works great for that. Pretty much anything that's fully cooked will work on here, any of our products. Canadian bacon, you can use our ham steaks.
Okay, great. So you've got the savory there, and then it's kind of like almost stacking the caprese salad on top, right?
Yeah, exactly. So your caprese ingredients would be your fresh mozzarella, your fresh slices of thick tomato. We've got the ham already on there, and then we're just going to top it. We're going to take a little more of this compound butter and put it on the top, and it's okay if it doesn't, spread fully right away, because when you put it in that pan and cover it, it's going to start to soften. So we'll set that in there, and that's just going to go right on top of that pat of butter that we already had melting in there.
Perfect.
So we'll take this one out. We have this one completed. Don't put your basil on until after it comes off of the heat, because otherwise your basil is going to wilt and it's not going to have that great pop of flavor that you're looking for.
Okay.
So you just set some fresh basil leaves on top, and then you don't need this, but this is like my favorite thing is Yum. This balsamic glaze. Drizzle a little bit of that on top. Replace that and slice it up. Then you can serve it with some fruit.
Oh, look at that. That looks fantastic, Kate. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, to find this recipe for the gourmet grilled ham and caprese sandwich and the product locator so you can find the right ham slices for you, go to jonesdairyfarm.com.